Good morning,
Good morning.
everyone. We are doing this as a pre-record because it just worked out better that way. 2 years ago, when we had this guest on for Thanksgiving, it wasn't that big a deal because pretty much the whole world was shut up in their home, but that is not the case today. So let's just bring our friend and former Guest Thursday guest to the screen, Alex Rydell. Hi, Alex.
Hey, Alex.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Great. How are
Great.
you?
Oh my gosh, I am so good. I am so good.
Well, so when we started thinking about who we wanted to have on again as we wrap up Daily Dose, you were at the top of our list
Yes.
in part because we've got this long relationship with you, but also because you've had such a joyful transformation in these 2 years. So I went back to look. You joined us November 26th, 2020.
Yep.
For our 99th episode, Alex. And now
wow.
it is episode 378.
Amazing.
So a lot has happened, but I don't think as much has happened in our life as has happened in your life.
I'm going to say this.
That
So
could be true, but you guys have had a lot of awesome stuff. I mean, that's a huge accomplishment. So it's been fun to watch this whole thing evolve and how much success you guys have had. So congrats on that.
well,
thank you.
thank you. Why don't you tell us, Alex, what your past 2 years have looked like?
Yeah, it's wow, it's just been wild. I think for so many people, COVID and the shutdowns and all that kind of stuff was just a really dark time for a lot of people. And I'm married now, and the crazy thing is that my wife Rebecca and I have, looking back on it, even when we were dating and stuff, it was just this weird it was this weird matchup where so many people were having that, but we had such an incredible blessing happen to us during that time. And when we had done the episode back in 2020, we were like, Rebecca and I have been dating for like 2 months, and I remember, like, she was I had the link, and she was watching the episode and stuff, and I remember doing it in the living room, and it was just an incredible and exciting time. And we met right before everything happened, where everything kind of shut down. So my band Pachin was playing at Dempsey's on Valentine's Day of 2020, and she happened to be there with some friends of hers down at Dempsey's, and I went over, and I was friends with them, so I went over and was talking to them, and they introduced me to their newly single friend, Rebecca. And that definitely caught my attention, and took a little while for things to actually connect. But like I said, we started dating in September of that year, and man, it just has been absolutely incredible. Our families have joined. We've got all 3 kids together. We've got my son Brady and her daughter Ruby, and son Henley, and it has been remarkable. So we just got, for those listening, I guess we got married in September. So we've now been married for a little over 2 months, and absolutely incredible. This Thanksgiving, I have so much to be thankful for.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Overwhelming gratitude.
Well, I know Rebecca and have always really had great regard for her. I think she's a fantastic woman. And so when I found out that the two of you were dating, it sort of felt like, well, of course they are. Like, the universe just figured out how to take these 2 superhuman beings and say, you should do this. And it was so exciting when we found out you were getting married, and so fun to watch through Facebook, the only way that anyone knows anything, to watch this whole thing evolve and play out as this fantastic love story, Alex, over these last 2 years. So we could not be happier for you.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's it was an interesting journey. I mean, being a single adult in my 30s, that is not an easy not an easy place for a guy to be. And add on to that sober, so I'm not like going out to bars unless I'm playing in a band. It's even more, it's just a little different,
Yeah.
and I struggled with it for a while, quite a while, of, gosh, am I going to be single for the rest of my life? Like, there's all these dating apps now, and it just, nothing was clicking. And I had to pray about it a lot, to be honest. And I had to just realize, okay, I can't, I have certain actions that I can take to help my case and to be putting myself out there. But ultimately I got to trust in God that he's going to put the right person in my presence. And holy cow, I mean, you talk about, like, I mean, there was nothing. I literally just walked up to that table, and because I saw a friend sitting there, and the rest is history. I mean, pretty cool.
Alex, do you think the friends had some sort of ulterior motive in bringing Rebecca to see Pachin that night, or was it really random?
It was 100% random. There was no ulterior motive. I don't even know. I don't even know if they knew I was playing. Maybe they did know I was playing.
Okay.
But they may have just been going out to Dempsey's, like, just
Okay.
to hang out. And
Sure.
if they did know I was playing, that was not on their radar.
Well, then it speaks to when you've done what you can do and you just sort of release it out to the universe.
Yep.
The universe will provide the answer that you need and are hoping for, or will give you a different answer, and you'll be able to deal with that too. It's just such a great story, and really hardly could have happened to two more lovely and deserving
Oh
people.
man, thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Alex, how's married life as a sober guy? I mean, I know you were sober in your last marriage, but maybe this is different.
Yeah, it is. It is different, and without getting into too many of the gory details, in my first marriage, the relationship started not as a sober guy, and then went into treatment, and then into that. So this was like this was like a relationship starting as a sober person, and it's been fantastic. As you guys know, I don't hold it close and private, my sobriety. I mean, it's not something I'm out broadcasting, but it also is something that I share openly about. And it is not, it's not something that I hide. And so of course it was something that we talked about. And I think, so Rebecca knew that I was sober. She actually was friends with my cousin, oddly enough, before we had even met, but it was never, we were never connected. So when it came time to us going on a date, she knew by that time that I was sober. And boy, Rebecca is an incredible person, and she has welcomed my recovery into her life, and embraced it. And she gosh, makes me emotional thinking about it. She she loves me through all of it, and she has seen and allowed me a safe place to share stories. And I haven't had to feel shame or anything about, hey, this is what my alcoholism looked like, and this is what it looks like now. And it's definitely been a learning process, because the average Joe normal drinker doesn't probably understand the full everything that there is about alcoholism, and what that looks like, and what a drinking problem looks like. And so through the last couple of years, I mean, she has learned a lot about what that looks like. and has been incredibly supportive. And she is a normal person. She's a normal drinker. Alcohol does not affect her in any way close to the way it affected me. The best analogy I have that fits that is, for me, when I took a drink of alcohol, gas pedal to the floor, like, let's go. And that until I can't have my foot on the gas pedal anymore. She's the kind of person where a drink of alcohol, and if it starts getting where she's a little loopy, or she's noticing the effects of it, starts tapping on the brake. Yeah. And that is a foreign thing to me, and that's not how my body and my chemical makeup reacts to it. It has been it's been great. I literally couldn't tell you a time where it hasn't been great, or really challenging. She's open to it, and the biggest thing, you guys, is that we talk about it. That has been the biggest thing. So we have conversations like, you okay? She has the respect, or where she'll say, are you okay if I have a glass of wine, or do you mind if I have a glass of wine? And I don't know that I've ever said no, but it's the fact that we're talking about it, and we can talk about those things. So
yeah, it's really interesting. I was just talking yesterday in a different context with Michelle Davis, who's also a previous guest of ours, and she said that sometimes when she's out with friends, she knows they don't drink because she's with them, and then she feels bad about that. So she said it's like there's just never a place to sort of just be, because I want my friends to drink if they want to drink, but I can't drink, and that can get awkward. And so there's all this like back and forth and up and down. And so to be in a place where you can just be who you are.
Yeah, that is brilliant.
Both of you is such a gift. I know we have certainly felt it over and over and over again too. And I'll just say, because I know Rebecca will watch this. Rebecca, if you ever want to know from a spouse's perspective what it's like to be married to an alcoholic, I'll paint you a very clear picture.
Yeah.
And you'll be so grateful that yours is not. Yeah. Yeah. Because you're absolutely right, Alex. If you're somebody like Rebecca or me who can have a glass of wine and then be done, it is really hard to fathom why everybody can't do that.
Yes.
If you've never seen it.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's particularly hard. Like, you just are such a thoughtful, gentle, kind,
yes,
a highly intelligent person that I would never look at you and go, oh, I bet he's a maniac when he's you just don't strike me that way.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. It comes in all sizes and shapes, and honestly, it's been a blessing to be able to go through that and get to this point. And it's interesting. I mean, we've Rebecca and I have talked and how about how, gosh, wouldn't it have been great if we met 15 years ago or whatever. And both of us are adamant. We've had that thought, but both of us are pretty strong in our thought that we were brought together at the exact right time. Yeah. All of the experiences that we had leading up to this point brought us to this. And, she probably wouldn't have been, I mean, she was like, we laugh about our college experiences. I mean, she was like this very studious person who had strong daily communications with her parents. And it was all about like, we're getting the work done and we're going to be successful in college and stuff. And mine was not exactly.
At least you can laugh at
exactly
it.
Like that. It was. I definitely, got the work done if I had to get it done. But I was more like I wanted to just have fun and cut loose, and I was not under the microscope of my parents anymore. And so very different experiences. So I think we were joined at the right time, and it's been great.
I think too, it's important to remember you got three little people that would not be here had
Yeah,
you two
That's
met
true.
a
Exactly.
different time. Maz and I have talked about that too. What would life look like had we met young? And Maz and I could fit the Rebecca Alex
Yeah.
mold, not because I was so studious, but because I was such a friggin' goody two shoes.
Oh, yeah.
Mary would not have been interested in me at all. So it's good that she came along with me too.
Yeah, but you are still a redhead.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. If the criteria is just that, then we could have met
Yeah,
anytime.
right.
Well, it's the upper Midwest accent too.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
a killer, that one.
Yes.
That's funny.
Well, Alex, I don't think you probably have your violin with you this time.
I sure do.
You do?
Yes.
I do. I got it sitting right
Excellent.
behind the camera.
Oh, go get it, Alex.
Yeah.
Oh, way to show up in place.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Alex,
absolutely.
I think I might have asked you this.
You
I
should
might have
flip
asked you
this
this.
from good to great.
Yeah, I might have asked you this 2 years ago, but I can't remember what you said. Do you call that a violin or a fiddle?
It depends. Depends on what I'm wearing.
Oh, this is a violin then.
Oh.
Yeah. This is probably a violin in this setting, but I'll
Okay.
probably play it like a fiddle.
Oh,
But if I'm in a
fantastic.
tuxedo, it's always a violin.
Oh, good to know.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
okay.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah, right.
Well, tell us what you're going to play, Alex.
All right. So I thought about this a lot, and I played kind of a fairly slow piece last time when we were together, and it was an interesting time for everyone, and it was reflective and nice. And in thinking about like the overwhelming gratitude that I have right now, and just the celebratory nature of Thanksgiving, we have this set of set of tunes that we play in Pachine, in the Irish band that I play in. And it's just a fun set of kind of old Métis reels that we have, ending in the Blue River Dance, which is an old Andy DeJarlis tune. He was a famous fiddle player. And so it's just kind of fun. It's just two little pieces that go one into the next. And it's pretty upbeat, but it is one of those tunes where when we play this, it's guaranteed that people are going to hop out on the dance floor and start doing a two-step, and it's just a lot of fun. So I thought that would be a cool tune to play for you.
I think so too, and Maz and I will try to stay in our chairs.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, that was fantastic.
Just the best, Alex. Thank you
Oh.
so much
Thank you.
for joining us again to wrap up Thanksgiving, to almost wrap up Daily Dose, and really such congratulations to you
yes,
both.
And I just hope you have a fantastic Thanksgiving, the 5 of you. It's going to be fantastic.
Thank you so much, and many blessings to you guys. Thanks for everything that you have done to bring these messages out, and you guys have touched so many people's lives doing this. So thanks for that.
Thanks, Alex.
Thanks, Alex. We'll see you soon.
Take
Okay,
care.
sounds good.
Everybody else, we'll see you next week, and happy
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.
Bye.